Welcome back to Life's a Beach, Mental and Emotional Health Podcast. My name's Miranda and I'm your host. Today we'll be exploring how financial wellness ties in with our mental and emotional well-being. Whether or not you realize it, your finances affect your mental well-being, and your mental health will affect your finances. Even just mentioning finances can elicit all kinds of emotional and physical responses, from delight at working with numbers and spreadsheets to groans of reluctancy. Stress related to finances can lead to more serious complications. I was reading an article on the Voya website that shared the following recent statistics. An estimated 48% of U.S. adults lose sleep over money-related issues, and a lack of sleep can exacerbate other mental health problems, creating a vicious cycle. While everyone can get down and out from time to time, employees with money worries are 4 times more likely to suffer from depression. Those who suffer from financial stress are 3 to 4 times more likely to suffer from anxiety and panic attacks. Without the right coping mechanisms, these illnesses can lead to lack of focus and affect performance. The article also mentions the physical manifestations of financial stress, such as weight gain, headaches, and digestive problems. It's important to also consider how your mental and emotional well-being plays a role in your financial wellness. Do you avoid looking at your budget because of how you feel? Or how about retail therapy? It can be effective in temporarily coping with how you are feeling in the moment, but it can lead to financial issues, and you may not end up working on what led you to go shopping in the first place. We could probably do a segment on just this aspect, but ultimately, the goal of today's podcast is to motivate you towards investing in your financial wellness. So what is financial wellness? Financial wellness is defined by WebMD as a state where you're able to fully meet your money-related needs, right now and later on in life. In this state, you'll feel secure about your financial future, and you'll not be overly stressed out about money. You're able to enjoy life comfortably. There are many financial tools to help someone achieve financial wellness, and knowing how to use these tools will be the key to success. I'm here at the Convention Center for the Financial Wellness Vendor Fair, hosted by our office, the Consolidated Benefits Office. The purpose of this event is to have our vendors ready to answer employees' questions and advise them on how to achieve financial wellness and retirement readiness. Our hope is that this event will be an opportunity for employees to learn how to start, enhance, or achieve their ultimate goal of debt reduction, future financial security, and readiness for retirement. In just a moment, we'll hear from city and school employees on the impact of financial wellness to their mental and emotional health, and their best practices. Afterwards, we'll close out this episode by sharing the results of a recent survey CBO sent out around financial wellness and providing resources available to you. So stay tuned for more.
Hi, I'm Beverly Chamblee. I'm with the Virginia Beach Department of Human Services in Employment Services at the Housing Resource Center.
Hi guys, I'm Jacqueline Perriott. I'm an event manager at the Virginia Beach Convention Center.
I'm Lisa Blakely, and I'm the Resort Administrator in the Resort Management Office.
Hi, I'm Laura Costello. I am an algebra teacher at Renaissance Academy.
Hi, my name's Kimberly Logan. I'm a school counselor, elementary school counselor at Betty F. Williams Elementary.
My name is Gilbert Warner. I am the project manager for the Office of Security and Emergency Management.
My name's Laura Moran, and I am a special education teacher at Cox High School.
Right, and I'm a friend of Laura Moran's. My name is Shala McGovern, and I'm an English teacher at Cox.
Hello, I'm Francois Cote. I'm a building manager for VBCPS.
I define financial wellness as the ability to purchase and take care of my financial needs.
Just knowing your finance situation and being able to support yourself.
My definition is a little different these days than it used to be. It used to be I wanted to be able to afford a hamburger and not worry about it back in the old days. These days, as I get closer to retirement, I define it as being able to reach that retirement date and know that my security will be there.
Having a nest egg so that I can lean back on in times of emergency.
Being able to go in retirement with a good sense of what it takes to live on and knowing that we've got that.
Even if you don't have the money right now, but knowing into the future, where you want to be. So having goals.
Financial wellness impact your mental and emotional wellness, fitness by giving you peace of mind.
If you don't have enough money, you will be stressed out, and stress can cause all kinds of health-related issues.
I try to do things to offset the stress of the financial worries. So I'll go for walks, we exercise, we try to do some mental health kind of things.
You know, it can be something you worry about, something you dread. It can keep you up at night for sure. And I think when you get to a place of like having financial wellness and financial freedom, it really does feel like, you know, you're free to make decisions and you're not stressing about what could happen in the future or how am I going to make ends meet this month.
I'm experiencing it right now, emotional, because I have had a series of big bills that have come up, and I'm so happy because I have saved and have that money available. It's still hard to spend and it's very, stressful, but I think, gosh, how stressful it would be if I didn't have it.
And so it can go both ways. It can be a significant stressor, or it can be something that you're not worried about and you're excited to plan for the future or to budget your money.
If you are financially well and well off, then you're less likely to stress or to worry mentally about how you're going to pay your bills from day to day.
To ensure my financial wellness, I have a budget spreadsheet that I follow bi-weekly. So when I get paid, I move the different money I'm saving to different things. I make sure I'm investing into my retirement accounts.
Right now, I am planning ahead. I have a 10-year-old son. I don't want to wait until he's in high school to plan for college. He's 4th grade, but I'm already thinking about it now.
I'm here at this event today. I'm trying to see what I can do. I procured information from Virginia 529 to try and provide for my children's education in the future, looking into different retirement options, different investment opportunities.
From the very start, I've had some really great guidance from mentors, from supervisors within the city and other areas that I've worked within the state in the Virginia retirement system.
Looking at a Roth account for myself and retirement for myself, and just making sure in my 30s that I'm doing everything I can to not be stressed in my 50s and 60s when it is time to make decisions about retirement.
In addition to that, we have a number of investments just over the years and we have a financial wealth manager, I guess he would call himself, that has kind of corralled everything for us and has developed a financial roadmap.
Any way that I can to try and make our money grow is what I'm trying to do here today and what I'm trying to do every day.
My husband and I regularly consult. We keep a monthly budget to just track where we are and where we need to be.
And just really make sure that I'm sticking to that budget to be able to do the things I want to do now and in the future.
When I find myself getting stressed out about my finances, I definitely go back to my budget. I am a pen and paper kind of girl.
When I find myself getting stressed about finances, normally it's about student loans, just because I have quite a few to pay off. But I kind of just take a step back, look at it as a big picture, and just realize that everyone is in a different financial situation, and it's not a thing that I'm just going through.
Try to relax. Pay attention to it. I think a lot of it is just getting it all out, having a good hard look at it and seeing where things are going wrong, and then try to correct it.
I write down every single thing that is going out during the month, and I look at subscriptions and if there's anything hidden or that I've just forgotten about, or any memberships that I forgot to cancel that are going out of my account.
Just kind of planning, like, how can I pay off those student loans, or what changes can I make to make it easier to pay those off?
We group, have long-term and short-term goals.
I try to see where I can squeeze as much as possible just to get myself back on budget.
What I'd emphasize is when you make smart financial decisions and spend within your means, I think you lessen the likelihood of having to stress over financial matters. I thought today's event was very informative. For me particularly, I spoke to someone about long-term health care.
I learned about being a Be Well champion at today's event for my homeschool.
Oh, one really good table I visited when I first came in was Virginia 529 table.
I think it's a very valuable resource what we have with the 529 program. I learned a lot more information about that program than I had walking into the building.
My husband and I did not do that with our children. That is like something that we always talked about, but we didn't do. We were able to pay for their college education by other means, but that wasn't there because we didn't plan for it. Now we have a grandson. I learned that we can set up an account for him. I could set up an account for my nieces and nephews. Other people can contribute to it. It is there as a benefit for him later on. And he doesn't have to go to, like I learned, he doesn't have to go to a 4-year university. It could be a trade school. It doesn't even have to be in Virginia. It could be anywhere in the country.
I spoke to a very nice gentleman at the Mission Square table.
I also had a chance to talk with FOIA about setting up another 403B since I was with someone different prior to, and we discussed Roth accounts as well. And so that was some new information for me.
The fact that he's accessible and that the city provides a lot of things to support us, employees, with regard to our finances. And even coming here today to have something like this is a blessing.
I learned we could have fun while we were doing this stuff, like we were, in the money room and all kinds of stuff. So it's nice to have a casual atmosphere where you can have fun and still learn things and walk away with valuable handouts and information. Yeah.
Thank you so much for all those who were able to join us for our Financial Wellness Vendor Fair, and we greatly appreciate all those who are willing to be interviewed and share their thoughts with us. Before we close out our episode today, I have Teresa Lugo here with me to share about our wellness resources and also the results of our financial wellness survey. So welcome, Teresa. Would you like to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, my name is Teresa Lugo, and I'm a benefits program specialist at the Consolidated Benefits Office. And what my role is to oversee the customer service team, and they're the ones that are responsible for handling the calls, emails, virtual appointments, and much more.
Again, thank you for joining me. It was great to see so many people come out to our financial wellness vendor fair, and I'm kind of wondering how many people were able to make it and attend.
Well, we had approximately 100 attendees at the Financial Wellness Vendor Fair. Unfortunately, Mother Nature was not that kind to us that day. It was a lot of rain and wind, but we were so appreciative of all of those that attended the fair that day.
Absolutely. It's great to hear that so many employees were still able to make it out and get connected to the resources that we have available to them. Can you give us a little overview of what type of resources our vendors had for employees who attended?
Sure. We had a great group of vendors that came out. They were able to share information regarding debt management, how to save for retirement. So pretty much preparing for retirement. Saving. The Virginia 529 plan was there too to talk about the tax savings if you do want to enroll in that type of plan. So there was a lot of vendors there. The health equity, HSA, putting money aside in your HSA. Once you hit a certain limit, then you can start investing. So pretty much we had a lot of vendors there, and they provided a lot of valuable resources.
For those employees who weren't able to attend or maybe didn't get a chance to see all the vendor tables, what are all the resources that are available for our employees?
There's a lot of resources. We had a good selection of vendors at our event. We had FOIA there representing the 403B plan. We had Commonwealth of Virginia 457, the deferred compensation plan. We had Optima EAP there promoting our new EAP program. Securing Financial was also there for life insurance, which is really important, making sure that you are up to date in changing your beneficiaries or keeping them up to date. Health Equity was there for our health savings account. Virginia 529, which is great with receiving tax credits for tuition reimbursement or tuition expenses, I should say. So a lot of vendors, and they had a lot to talk about with all of those that attended. Retirement readiness, debt management, saving, preparing for retirement. There was just a lot of information that was at the event.
Yeah, there was. I heard a lot of great feedback from employees and all the great resources as they were learning. Some were new to them that they didn't know about. So it was great to have that. Our office does have a lot of financial resources available, and this vendor fair was a great way to highlight all of that. And it was great to see a lot of our employees took advantage of that. For those who weren't able to attend or maybe didn't get a chance to visit all the vendor tables, where might they be able to go to access these resources?
They can actually go to our new website. We actually have a brand new benefits website. It's www.benefitsatthebeach.com. And the new website will provide all of the valuable tools, resources, links to all of our vendor sites.
There was a financial wellness survey that went out to our employees. Can you give us a little bit of background about why that was sent out and what the findings were?
Sure. We sent out a financial wellness survey back in December. It was open for about 2 weeks. Went out to all city and school employees. So we do want to thank everyone that participated in that survey. We know, it's a topic that is really important, but, folks can be, apprehensive about it. So we do want to thank everyone that participated. It kind of provided the information that we needed to provide valuable resources, education on financial wellness. What do we need to provide to folks that may need some help, some assistance? And it was really great to see that folks do have some financial stability while others may be a little unstable about financial wellness. Credit management, that was really key as well. Folks know that they need to manage their credit scores. They do seek financial advisors for assistance, which was good to see a high percentage do actually go see someone that has that expertise with financial wellness. There's a growing concern about debt management as everything is just, the cost is increasing everywhere, whether it's gas or groceries or anything, taxes, everything's increasing. So we do need folks to kind of keep in mind that there are valuable resources out there for them, and that we do have all the vendors that attended were able to provide that guidance to them so that they can prepare for retirement, maybe do an emergency fund, savings. Virginia 529 was there for, tuition, college tuition, get that tax credit. So,
were there any surprising findings that you discovered as you were looking through the results?
Not really. There wasn't really anything that stood out that was, like a shocking, result. It was really interesting to see that people are aware that they need to save. People are aware that credit is important. Right. If you're trying to plan to buy a home or a car or anything, and that's important. So Absolutely. It was really good to see that there was nothing shocking in the survey. But it's good that it's going to help us, though, continue to provide education on financial wellness.
Yeah, absolutely. Was there any gray area of need that we discovered for additional resources, or maybe just more awareness about what resources we have?
I think just more awareness. Awareness is key. You can't put everything on the back burner. You can't say, I'm going to retire one day, or I'm going to save one day. I'm going to save for a rainy day. It's going to happen. So it's good to plan.
It's exciting to hear that our employees are aware of their financial needs, and education and awareness is so important in financial wellness. Curious, what is our office doing? Do we have any new efforts to bring forth more resources and educational opportunities around financial wellness?
Funny you should say that. We will be having a 4-part series in May, and it's a program called RetireWise. We did this in the past. Information will be included in our next e-bulletin. But yes, it's focused about financial wellness. What do you need to do to achieve financial wellness? Information about preparing for retirement. So pretty much everything that we've talked about, this program called RetireWise will cover that information.
Kind of bringing together all the resources that we have to offer.
So stay tuned.
Educational setting.
Absolutely.
Is this going to be
Did you mention if it was in person or virtual?
No, it is virtual. And then it'll have a virtual workbook too. So it's interactive. So you'll be able to follow along with the sessions. So like it's 4-part series.
Exciting.
So it's very exciting. I did take it in the past. I truly enjoyed attending those workshops.
That's great. That sounds so exciting. Where can I find more information about whenever this class is coming out?
Sure. Information is going to be in the May-June e-bulletin, and we'll post it on our new benefits website, www.benefitsatthebeach.com. So stay tuned.
So speaking of the website, will we be sharing the results from the survey on there?
Absolutely. The results will be on the next e-bulletin, so our May-June e-bulletin, and then also we'll post it on our new website.
Excellent. Thank you again for joining me to share all those great resources with our viewers and where they can find them on our website and in our upcoming e-bulletins.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. I really had a good time talking about financial wellness, and I hope everybody goes out and checks out all of our information on our new benefits website.
In addition to today's discussion, here are some resources available for city and school employees. If you or someone you know is in crisis, call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 988 and speak with a skilled, trained counselor at a crisis center in your area anytime 24/7. Virginia Beach city and school employees are encouraged to contact their Employee Assistance Program through Optima EAP for short-term counseling and a wide array of work-life services that can help you balance the many tasks you may have. Call them at 757-363-6777 or go to optimaeap.com, and the company username is Virginia Beach. Through their Financial Assist program, you can receive a free 60 to 90-minute phone consultation with a seasoned financial professional and licensed CPAs. You can see the Be Well guide on page 12 for more information or call Optima EAP. Results from the Financial Wellness Survey will be shared in the May-June Benefits e-bulletin and will also be available on our website, www.benefitsatthebeach.com. Click the QR code to access financial wellness sites and resources. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Life's a Beach, a forum for VB city and school staff to hear and participate in everyday discussions about how we're thinking, feeling, and doing. Speaking of city and school staff, we'd love to hear from you. Please fill out our mental and emotional health topic survey and tell us what you want to hear about in the future. You'll find the link in the description for this episode. And please remember to like this episode and subscribe to our VB Benefits YouTube channel. Just click that button. You can do it. We believe in you.